it's really interesting because most of the burners that I hang out with, and there's a huge burner community here in Boise. Um, they're, I mean, from all spectrums. They're programmers at like HP, or network engineers, or owners of small businesses, um, healthcare workers. Yeah, they're all from all different spectrums. Some students and stuff like that, but mostly middle ages, so it's older than you would expect if you were, say, to go to uh, electronic music dance party, like a rave in Boise. You're going to get a lot of kids. You go to a burner party, which plays electronic music, you're going to get a much older crowd. They're much more mature, responsible partiers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can have fun and be an idiot, so, which is really important.
Are there safety risks and precautions that are involved with this event?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people die out there pretty much every year.
Really?
So, yeah, absolutely.
From
Usually from dehydration is the biggest killer.
Okay.
So drinking way too much in the hot sun, or they have pre-existing conditions and they don't take care of themselves.
so what advice would you give a newcomer then?
Bring plenty of fresh water and a change of socks for each day. Maybe 2 pairs of socks a day would be good. The environment there is the alkaline dust is very has a high pH, so it literally will over time eat away at your skin. So like I have kind of sensitive feet, hands. Bring vinegar down there to neutralize it, and that helps. So I'll just like wash my hands with vinegar every day. Dust mask, gotta have a dust mask. And rebar. You gotta you stake everything down so it doesn't blow away.
Thank you. And then, just sum it up, are there any types of individuals that you as a burner would not want to include in this event? Are there any people that are not welcome, or is it just
No, that's actually one of the 10 principles of Burning Man is radical inclusion. So everyone is welcome. I think there's people that wouldn't enjoy it. If you don't like loud music, if you don't like being around lots of people, you might not have a good time. But at the same time, which is kind of funny, we just took a bunch of virgins down, people that hadn't gone before this last year, and I was really skeptical about a lot of them. We got, real estate agents and people that work for, big pharma, and I remember one of them was like, doesn't like being hot. I was like, you're not gonna have fun, And
Yeah.
these people, they don't go to like the local Burning Man events and stuff like that. So I was just like, I was skeptical, but they were all troopers and had a great time. So it's like I couldn't predict who's not gonna enjoy it,
Yeah.
because I was certain that like 2 of the people that came with us were not gonna have fun at all, and they were gonna be miserable and make life miserable for everyone else around them, and I was completely wrong. So, and then another person who had been going for years just was completely miserable the whole time, and made it miserable for other people. So it's hard to predict.
Now, when you talk about like local burner activities, how does someone that is not a burner hear about those, and are they welcome?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so radical inclusion applies no matter where you're at. So everyone's always welcome, and I highly encourage people to come just hang out because we have a lot of fun. There is like a Burning Man Facebook page that will, if you're part of that, you'll hear about the events. I think there's a tribe.net. I just, obviously Facebook is really good, but there's one of the big promoters of parties here, Nurse Jessica. She does theme parties throughout the winter, and so I mean that's people go to that. Aesthetic Evolution, you've probably heard of. Not everyone that goes there is a burner, but lots of burners go there and set up their theme camps and stuff like that. So that's a good one. Then we have our decompression, which is usually in October every year. So decompression is it's a theme from Burning Man. So you go to this place and it's just completely surreal. Then and you've worked really, really hard to get there and do all this stuff. Then you come back and it's like, oh, shock, like default world, gotta do it, so that's that decompression event. It's a lot of fun. So.
Is there any information you'd like people who aren't part of this to know? Clear up some stereotypes, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that if you go to Burning Man, you're going to find whatever you want to find. If you want to, drink yourself stupid every single day, or if you want to, take drugs, you're going to find that. If you want weird kinky sex, you're going to find that. If you want a wheatgrass enema in the morning after doing yoga, you're going to find it. There's everything you could possibly imagine is there. I mean, it's one of the biggest congregations of like shamans, energy workers in the world because they come from all
Say
over.
chakra.
Shamans.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like energy work, people who are healers and stuff like that from all over the world come there. So you have that element, and then you have DJs from all over the world that are there. Some of the best music in the world. They come and they play for free, and it's just sick. So it's all there. There's so much art. All the art cars is the biggest, gathering of art cars in the world. It's a lot of like the biggest, the only thing in the world is just by its very nature. I think that it's important to experience it. There's a shift going on right now because the event is getting so large that while you can go there and experience it and tap into this and be like, oh wow, I get it. I think it's important to carry that back into the community, and that's what's happening around the world. There's lots of what they call regional burns, which are going on. And so, when I went in 2002, there was 28,000 people there, and now it's like 53,000.
53,000, yeah.
But so now it's almost like it's like another city. Like you can pass people walking down the street of Burning Man, and they won't necessarily look you in the eye or return a smile or say hello. When I got there this year, I was there 3 days early, and random strangers would come up and give me a hug, because it was still really tight. So there is a possibility to kind of get lost. I think it's really important to plug in if you go and be a part of a theme camp and participate in that way. But yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes just because it is a big party in the desert, but it's also a lot of other things. So it's a culture in and of itself. It's a cultural experience. And it's a doorway to learn more about yourself and to learn more about interacting with other people, which I think is the richest experience that we can have is with each other, not with things or other types. It's with human to human contact that is what makes life so awesome.
Thank you. I've learned a lot.
Yeah.